Nico, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. Head of Solutions and AI Transformation at the oldest bank in Germany. Given that you're leading AI transformation, how do those two worlds collide in an organization with so much history?
I think they don't collide at all, right? I think it's not a contradiction. It's a perfect fit to use history and try to use the data which have been collected over this kind of history and bring it into the AI. So we are doing our business now since centuries, right? We're managing relationships, we're managing products, and we could collect domain knowledge, IP and data, proprietary data, which we now bringing in our AI tools together with Google. And this is exactly what's making our AI unique and really difficult to replicate.
One of the areas that I know our listeners will be super interested to understand is the way that you approach ROI and business value from AI projects. And you have a very clear way that you approach this, which is either if it doesn't increase revenue or decrease costs, then it doesn't fly, which I think makes sense to most businesses.
So every AI project must deliver business value. That's absolutely right. And this helps us really cut through all the noise around there and really prioritizing. So we are not chasing really the coolest project. We are chasing projects which are making our business, our products, our people and our processes better. And this will at the end also result in economic value, right? So we are prioritizing based on two dimensions. First one is feasibility and the other one is impact.
When you think about an AI strategy across an organization as old as yours, you have just made a huge leap forward in terms of becoming probably the most agentically enabled bank in Germany, deploying Gemini Enterprise to bring AI capabilities to every employee. What drove that decision and what are you excited to deliver for the bank with it?
So let me just start explaining a little bit how we are thinking about AI adoption, how we're trying to roll it out. We have one metaphor which is describing our AI journey, which is a pyramid, right? And you have to think about this pyramid as some kind of a two-layered pyramid where we have the foundation layer, which is, let's say, standard tools which are rolling out to everyone within the bank, trying to solve problems for these people in order to get more efficient in their day-to-day work and to free up these people in order to do more value-adding stuff over the day, right? Mm-hmm. Then by moving up into the pyramid, we have what we call tailored AI applications. And here we are always starting with a business problem. We're trying to build agents and AI systems which are solving these kind of business problems by tailoring these agents with our data, with our domain knowledge and really building with data tailored and domain knowledge agents. And I think what we now really need, and this is all surrounded in an ecosystem which is secured, monitored and compliant, right? And what we now need is some kind of a platform which is delivering to really build this kind of agents and roll it out at scale. And I think there's Google the right partner in order to deliver that for the company. And I think the platform is coming from Google. So the only player in Germany which is really delivering this fully fledged platform front to back. And we have the data, we have the knowledge as mentioned before. And I think therefore it's a great fit to now go on Gemini Enterprise in order to roll it out in a scalable way, right?
One of the things that we have also come across with AI, I'm sure you deal with, is the disruption factor inside an organization. How are you leading the staff augmentation or the staff retraining when it comes to bringing AI processes into what is an old and very well-established bank?
Yeah, that's a good question, and that's even a more complex challenge than the technological challenge when it comes to AI. It's always a little bit led by the German angst we have here in Germany. I think that's okay and that's healthy, and Germans really try to get things really right and really in detail before using something. That's the usual German way. I think with AI, we can't wait now for perfect condition. Now we have to really start and try it out and explore. But how are we managing it? So we are not fighting it, so we're trying to provide understanding. We're trying to explain what the AI vision is. We're trying to explain what we want to achieve. We include the business very early and not ask or tell these guys what a machine can do. We really ask these guys, what should a machine do for you? And I think that's really important to ask this question and to involve the business very early, because AI is only working when it's getting adopted by the people, and these people are not fit by disruption. And what we are doing as well, really communicating the vision, and the vision is not to now doing our business with less people. The vision really is to scale it up, to make much more business with the same headcount and same amount of people.
So really what you're saying is that it's not the AI strategy for the business, it's the business strategy and how you fit AI into it. But I think what you said is also super important, which is it's not about changing people's jobs, it's about actually moving people to a higher level of productivity. Now, To dive into that a little bit, your investment banking team dramatically cut time spent on kind of the morning operations and the morning procedures before the day starts. Talk to me a little bit about that transformation and the systems that you've put in place using Google Cloud AI to build that out for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We built several tools. One tool was just adopted and rolled out within our investment bank in order to automate or partially automate the process of building the morning emails for our equity sales business, which are provided very early at the morning to our clients in order to make some kind of interest for trading equities and just writing down what's happened on the market overnight. And this process was really manually before. So the people arrived at the office, read the news, read the Bloomberg, Reuters data news provider tools. Then they were summarizing it, filtering it, putting it into a template, formatting it and sending it out. And this is now being automated, and only the process of the human interaction is really moved to the end of the process. So just the review at the end and the send out of the tool.
Do you have a saving, kind of, is it either a time saving or a monetary saving that you were driving with that business project that you could share with us?
Yeah, so we are not sharing the amount of time saving, but it's a substantial time saving, absolutely. So the people have now more time to brainstorm and to think about it, right? And I think not only the speed increases, also the quality really rises, because these people now have time to interpret it, really to bring context into it.
What have you learned, and what would be the greatest piece of advice you could share with someone embarking on a journey?
I think lessons learned is that it's not really a pure play technology challenge, right? Many people still think that's a pure play technological game. It isn't. It's the transformation game, and the transformation game is always also a people game and a business game. And I think we would next time, if we could start it again, involve the business people and the managers and the employees much earlier.
How has the approach to educating and training staff changed in the era of AI?
Yeah, it's still not enough. I think we can definitely still improve it. So we have some trainings. We have the regulatory required stuff for sure. We have some trainings which are really executed out of my team when rolling out the tools. But I think we should roll it out much broader and really explain everybody what the impact of AI for every individual employee could be. And I think this is still to be improved. We are really doing it tool by tool and application by application.
And you have the ability, as does any organization, to evaluate the whole market when you're making technology decisions. And you and your peers have decided that Google Cloud and Gemini Enterprise is the right platform to help Berenberg meet its agentic vision and to bring AI as part of the bank. Why is that?
I think Google Cloud is not a provider for us here. I think Google Cloud is really a partner. I think what really stood out is that partnership mindset Google really displayed over the last couple of years. They really understand our business. They understand the discipline which is required in a regulated environment, and they are really acting client-centric and strategically and long-term for the client. I think what's really important is the platform. And in our view, Google Cloud here has the best front-to-back, fully-fledged platform in terms of integrating data, in terms of integrating our IP and domain knowledge, in terms of human technology collaboration, etc. Google Cloud is delivering the front-to-back platform at scale, and we can bring our IP and our data in order to make tailored AI solutions which are making our business better, more scalable and more client-centric, and that's why we go with Google Cloud.
Brilliant. Well, can I say, listen, on behalf of the company, thank you very much for the trust that you and the rest of the organization put in Google. It's a privilege to work with an organization as old and as established as yours, and I look forward to helping you and seeing this agentic transformation come to life. Thank you very much for taking the time.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Thanks.